Alright, well, I've got a few things to try and figure out. This is going to be my aquaponics project. It's an 8-person spa, so it's not going to be the simplest of builds. I would like to use the plumbing that I have available to me in the way of what the spa already has. So I have 6 of these 32mm holes, or they're 40mm holes that I can put a 32mm bulkhead fitting in around the outside edge. I have one fitting here. I can put another 32mm. It's a 40mm hole. Down here, the main one will be, I can put a 50mm bulkhead fitting in that. And around this outside edge, it might be difficult to see, there's tiny little holes there. So this was the air bubbler. And if you look at the base, you can see they are connected to this fitting here, which I'm yet to check, but it should be somewhere around the 40mm pipe. Worst case will be 32. My plans are as follows. So I would like to run off this one 32mm. I'll go out to 2 grow beds. They'll have quite possibly either 2 individual 25mm standpipes on a flood and drain system, or I'll plumb both of them together to flood and drain simultaneously and run them through a 32mm individual standpipe. The same off the next one. It will be 2 beds running off either 2 25mm standpipes or 132, but they'll most likely be 2 constant height deep water culture beds. These 2 at the top are me leaving myself some room for expansion. For once I've fitted this system, I always want to give myself the chance to be able to run something else as takes my fancy. Same on this side will be 2 constant height deep water culture beds, either 2 individual 25mm running into a 32, or 132, and the same for 2 media beds off this one. So that's the plan for those. I'd like some advice as to whether 2 25mm individual beds draining into 1 32mm pipe is better, or whether they flood and drain together or keep a constant height together. Some advice there would be nice. But for the 2 larger fittings down here, the 50mm can go to my tank, to my fish tank. Could possibly overflow back into there. Seeing it's the largest fitting, that's probably the most volume of water under low pressure needs to go back into that. This line around the outside edge here with the small jets, I would tip should be a pressure line back from the pump running a Venturi. But what I need to figure out is, do I feed my pump from here, or does my fish tank overflow, as I've just stated? Quite possibly I want to run 4,000 litre water tanks at some stage with fish, with this being the sump. So do I just run a 90mm up over the edge and back down, which will come from a moving bed biofilter, which will be fed by a swirl filter, which will plumb 4 fish tanks into that. Just run those on a separate side of the cycle, and the pump will also feed the grow beds on the other half. Hopefully you can understand that absolute nonsense and provide me with some advice.